Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to go over a few basics for doing basic layups. Here we have our basic setup. We have our laminate, which is glass fiber for today, but this goes for any laminate. We have release film and we have some peel ply. Okay, so first things first, here we have our release film. We use release film to avoid getting our material and our resin stuck to the mold. This is right here for between the mold surface and the part. We usually do average 2 inches larger than the laminate, and then we use one of these between our base plate and our mold to avoid sticking. That is also a little bit oversized. So over here we have our peel ply. As you can see, this is for smoother surface finish to our laminate. We use it on top and on the bottom of our material. This is also about 2-3 inches oversized above the laminate. So here we have our base mold. As you can see, we're using aluminum base. So first things first, we're going to grab this release film. That will be our first layer on top of this. Try to center it as best as you can. And then the second layer would be our peel ply. Same goes for this. Try to make sure there's the least amount of creases in it. So we mark our 0 degree. So today we're going to be making a Kasi isotropic laminate, which is going to have 8 plies, and it's going to be symmetric with 45, 0, negative 45, 90, and symmetric. So for our first layer, this is going to be a positive 45 degree. Go ahead and lay it down, make sure it is centered as possible. So our first layer is a positive 4 to 5 degree. Make sure you center it and make sure you use the squeegee to make sure there's no creases. Make sure you peel away the backing tape after you're done applying it. Also, you need to remove the backing tape along the direction of the fibers to avoid peeling the fibers away. So here's our second layer, which is the 0 degree direction. Make sure you find one of the edges that you like to line it up with and go with that. Apply pressure on it. Make sure there's no creases. Use your squeegee if you have to. And same deal with the backing tape. Make sure you peel away. So now we apply our last 45 degree, which would be our 8th ply for this. And after this, we will add another peel ply on top. Make sure you apply this last layer very good. If you need so in this particular application, we're doing an edge dam. This method is used to avoid having excess resin flow outside of our laminate. So you can see we're going to use tape all around our laminate and make sure everything's sealed. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and apply our peel ply on top. Just line it up, and then you can press it down on top of the tape. Make sure you mark your 0 degree on top. Now we'll go ahead and apply a last layer of release film. And finally, we top it off with our top aluminum plate. Make sure you center it and this is the last bit of our mold before it goes into the bagging process. Okay, and so that completes our layup procedure. So from here on out, this can go into compression molding into the wabash, or we can go ahead and do the vacuum bagging process and use it into our dispatch oven. For out of autoclave dispatch oven, we use certain bits right here. So first we'll start from this. This is an extra layer of release film that we use between our mold and our bigger base plate that we have. Here we have some breather cloth. What this does is it helps resin flow, and it also helps to hold vacuum. This, one of the most important parts here, is our vacuum bag. It is made to hold high temperatures, and it is made also to hold very good vacuum. Also use that with our tape that we use. It's the same material that we use for the edge dam. We use it all around our base plate, and put our vacuum bag on top. And last but not least, this is our vacuum valve that goes to our vacuum hose. We make a small cut in that, and we use it on there to pull vacuum out and apply pressure to our mold. So here we are in front of our dispatch oven. We have our cart out here, and we have our bigger base plate. As you can see, we laid our larger release film on the bottom, and everything else we made in the layup room is now on top. Make sure you center everything. And so here we're gonna go ahead and lay our tape. Find a nice edge and make sure you apply it as straight as you can. Make sure you apply pressure. And lay our breather cloth on top of everything. Make sure you get all the edges. And then we have our smaller piece which goes under our valve. So we're gonna go ahead and put the bottom piece of our valve on top of our breather cloth. And now we're ready to peel our tape and apply our vacuum bag. So now we're gonna go ahead and apply our vacuum bag on top. Make sure you line it up with the edges. And once you're ready, you can start peeling away your backing tape and apply pressure. Little slice on top of our valve so we can screw on the top piece. So push down and then twist. So we're gonna go ahead and apply our vacuum hose to our valve. So this is our vacuum pumps, vacuum setup right here in the back of the dispatch oven. Right here, we're going to go ahead and flip this to the on position. We're gonna go ahead and listen for any sound of air escaping. That will indicate that we have a leak, and we're gonna have to go ahead and address that.